Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's Hex Update Saturday for February 28th, 2015. And we got some pretty good news this week, and that's about the Frost Ring that's actually going to be launching in March. It looks like it's going to be the official launch here, according to their article, and we'll go over that here in a little bit. Also, don't forget that there's going to be a Primal draft today at noon Pacific. If you're not familiar, or if you need to find out what time that's going to be with, use the world clock link. There is a link that I will post in the description. Hopefully it's going to be in time that you guys can see this, so you guys can read that article and get in on it. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and look at it right now. Let me pull this up. We'll go into the community here and forums, general discussion, and we have this. Where is that? Okay, large tournament stress test, and this is a large tournament stress test with prizes Saturday, today at noon Pacific. And they go on to say here, Shack Attack says, help us crash the arena test server. Our last two tournament stress tests have gone smoothly, so we're hoping we can really put some load on the server and see what it does. This is continuing to test tournaments with no player participation cap, so we're hosting a big one this weekend on Saturday, February 28th at noon Pacific. Use the world clock to figure out what time that's going to be for you. The format is Primal sealed, so you'll receive 2 Primal Shattered Destiny packs and 4 regular Shattered Destiny packs and build your deck minimum 40 cards, and you'll play 4 rounds. It looks like it's going to be Swiss style there. So you got 4 wins, you got 10 Shattered Destiny packs, 3 wins is 6, 2 is 3, 1 is 2, and no wins, you at least get 1 Shattered Destiny pack back. So if the tournament does not start, or we feel the tournament cannot come to a proper conclusion, we will provide alternate compensation. So this is pretty cool. I know a lot of people in the past have talked about doing Primal drafts, something to do with Primal packs. I think that's a really neat way to actually test it out there. I'm all for doing Primal drafts. If it takes, 3 packs and 500 platinum to do a Primal draft, yeah, I'll do a Primal draft. How well it would work? I think it would work okay. I don't see any problem with it at all. So that's really cool that they're doing that. Hopefully you guys can get on that. I won't be able to, because I'm not going to be anywhere near here when that time happens. So good luck to you guys. Hopefully it's going to be fun, and hopefully it actually continues, and actually the tournament actually works out for everybody there. So pretty cool tournament there. So let's get to the Hex Update Frost Ring this March here. So they come out and they start out with this Frost Ring trailer teaser. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet or not. I'll play it here. I'm not sure how good the quality is going to be, but I will certainly. There's going to be obviously a YouTube link if you haven't seen it, or you can get it on the forums here. I'll go ahead and just link this particular. What am I looking for? This Hex Update link from hextcg.com here. I'll link that into the description down below. Wow, that was tough for me to say. So then you guys can see it and actually pull it up full screen if you want to there. But I'll just go ahead. Actually, I'm not even going to play it. I'm not even going to play it because I don't even know how it's going to look. I want you guys to have the best impression that you possibly can. So check it out. It's pretty cool. He's actually kind of talking in the back in the video here. He's saying, hey, come beat me, this, that, and the other thing. So it's pretty neat. So next thing here is to stay frosty. Every successful adventure starts with preparation. So let's get ready to step into the Frost Ring to begin. Build a deck in the card manager. If you're just playing with your starter deck, that's great. You can skip the deck building part and come back once you gain some new cards or equipment. So you go through here, you build your deck, you attach your equipment to it just like they've talked about in the past, and you enter in the Frost Ring just as we saw on when they released it, just to test it out. And you go through and you battle those champions there, and they talk about, what is there, 30 different bosses or something like that? 7 different bosses, 30 different opponents, and 7 different bosses to battle again and again. You will earn gold equipment and exclusive PvE reward cards that you can use to upgrade your decks, or head to the auction house to buy and sell your new gear, with nearly 200 unique rewards to collect on a variety of opponent strategies, passive skills, and champion equipment. Each campaign through the arena will be different and require unique tactics. So that basically tells me there's going to be a lot of replayability to go through that. Should be fun. They go down here to continue. Below you can click the view info on each enemy for a hint on what's to come. We know that the enemies or the bosses, well, enemies and or bosses, they have some unique features. What they call it, they have their charge power, and then they have a passive ability as well. So each one will have something unique to bring to the actual game, whether it be I think, what was the one that I played? The dude, he spawns some type of card every other time. I don't remember exactly what it was. So each champion or opponent you come up against will have some type of unique ability that they can do that's probably pretty powerful, and it's going to be pretty cheap. So you have to kind of tailor a deck around that. Luckily, you know, they give you the I don't know how that's going to work. Is it, I think once you create a deck and you enter in the arena, you have to stay with that deck. You can't switch decks. I'm pretty sure you can't switch decks and then come back in and use a new deck. I think you have to use that same deck, and that's where those mercenaries come into play, I believe. Mercenaries you can use your mercenary in place of you if you're familiar with. They kind of sound like, if you're familiar with Magic, like a planeswalker almost. So what a mercenary would be. They kind of battle for you. Planeswalkers kind of do that. They have some unique abilities that they can bring to the actual game. So maybe a mercenary is similar to a planeswalker in that sense there. So they say you should be familiar with this screen. This is your basic game screen. Well, you'll bash your opponents. There are a few additions to this arena, though, you'll want to know about. Champions and bosses have charge power, passive powers, or both. Once in game, you can mouse over the champion power button to see what it is. After defeating the boss, opposing champions additionally have passive powers. You can see that Avalanche Giant has a passive power that buffs troops when they hit a champion. As he's in the second stage, he is now wearing 2 pieces of equipment. His equipment will remain hidden until the giant plays a card that's modified by this gear. You may also notice that there's a cerebral fulmination in play. Hogarth loves to throw in challenges at random battles. You'll see it on the right if the match has one. In this case, the opponent starts with a cerebral fulmination in play. If you win the game, you get a special buff for your next boss battle. You can see that card sets up over here. And let's see here if we can kind of, I don't know if we can slide this over a bit so you can see it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. Anyway, it says his particular ability here is when a troop deals damage to a champion, that troop gets +1/+1. So that's what his particular passive ability is there. So that's a quick overview of the arena. So you should be ready for your first run. Good luck in your battles, and make sure you leave any questions about the Frost Ring in the discussion forum linked below. And they have an edit here. A previous version of the update noted that passive powers start in stage 2. That is incorrect. All AI champions and bosses have passive powers, charge powers, or both. So good to know. So that means that we should be getting the Frost Ring in March. Now, when is it going to come out in March? They don't specifically say. So basically, we have another 31 days. Well, what we got today? Today's the last day of February. You know, March is 31 days, so it could be some time. I'm gonna guess. So they're doing a test server again, or test this weekend again for the arena. So definitely, probably is not gonna be next weekend. I'm gonna guess, you know, the second or third weekend in March is when they'll release that. That's my best guess. I'm just speculating on that there. So who knows? Who knows? The good information there. I like that story. That's good stuff all the time when we get those updates. Let's see what else. We got the Primal draft thing going, the Primal test server going on, so that's good. Make sure you get in that. Like I said, I'll link this. I don't know if you guys will get it in time, but hopefully you know about it and whatnot. So yes. So what are we doing this week here? Well, you guessed it, is the last Saturday of the month, so we're doing another Primal pack. That's going to be 3 Primal packs in a row. Like I said, last week we cracked a Shards of Fate Primal pack. Pretty good stuff in that one there, so we'll get those cards mailed out as soon as the video is done. And this week here, we are going to do a Shattered Destiny Primal pack. So let's see what that pack actually consists of. Let's go and open it up here. Obviously, we're going to get some good stuff. Hopefully, some really good stuff. What card do you guys think is best so far in Shattered Destiny? For as far as legendaries, maybe, you know, in the rare section, you know, I'm still kind of on the fence about. Ooh, there's a Sight of Sun. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead. All right, here. First one is the Wrathwood Master Moss 4-cost 2 threshold as a troop plant, obviously wild. And it says when this dies, transform it into a Wrathwood Mossling and put it into play. What's a Wrathwood Mossling? A Wrathwood Mossling is this. He's a 4-cost, 2 wild threshold. He's also a plant. When this deals damage to opposing champion, transform it into a Wrathwood Master Moss. So it goes back and forth. You can obviously defend this guy, keep him protected, and keep getting this guy back here. So pretty decent card there. I like that card a lot. Now the Sight of Sun. This is actually a pretty interesting card, and I love this card, and I think a lot of people do too. It's a 3-cost, 1 threshold. It's a Kyoto Cleric. He is unique, so you can only have 1 on the field at a time. But basically, you can exhaust him. You can replenish your resources, your resource points. You gain 1 health for each resource gained this way. Very powerful card, especially if you tap you out, you use all your resources, and then you tap this guy, and then you are full and you are ready to, respond to your opponent, whatever they are doing there. So those are the 2 legendaries. So let's go ahead and look at the rares here. First one we have is Circle of Runation. And next we got Feral Domination, and we have Highlands Magus, and we got Robotic Rapture, Rise Again, Azure Fate Sorceress, Teapot of Porosity, Stone Tusk, Cerebral Domination, Psychotic Arcanist, Cottontail Recruiter, Runeforge Reinventor, Jags the Blade Master. So that is this month's Shattered Destiny Primal Pack. If I were to guess right now what the top picks are going to be, I'm going to guess Sight of Sun will probably be right up there, along with probably, I don't know about this. I would say that was going to be right up there too. Because I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get Sight of Sun will probably be number 1 on everybody's pick. I could be wrong. What else is? Let's take a look at these ones here. Yeah. Maybe him. Maybe. It's like a pretty powerful card. While it's your turn, opposing champions can't play cards or use payment powers. That's a constant. That's pretty huge right there. Champions can't play cards. That's a huge right there. So yeah, I don't know what's going to be outside of that. Yeah, so let me know your top 5 picks. Obviously, that's how the format works there. Let's go ahead and stash that away. How many legendary chests do we have? We have 5 Shattered Destiny and 17 Shards of Fate. And what else do we got here? 187 commons for Shards of Fate, 90 common, and then we have this one here, which is this is a Primal one, isn't it? I think this is Primal. I think the gold one is Primal. I think that's what happens is when you roll a legendary chest and it upgrades it to this guy here. I don't remember if it's Primal or what the heck they call it, but it's something you can't upgrade anymore because I can't even roll. All I can do is open it. So that's that. So yeah. So that is this week's update. That's this week's pack. Again, let me know what your top 5 picks are, or more. You don't have to. In case you want more cards, you don't have to limit yourself to 5. You can list them out in any order that you want, and if for some reason they're gone, or we'll figure something out. So other than that, if you want to let me know something else other than your top 5 picks, be sure to leave a comment down below. If you want to see more of these videos, be sure to click subscribe down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.